ladies, gentlemen, and all you members of the Jarhead clan, welcome to the Wednesday night Jokenet here on the 146895 repeater. I am KE8PBL, your net control for the evening. My name is Nemo November Echo Mike Oscar, and I'll be here all night. Until we're done with the net anyway. All right. Before I go any further, is there anybody who wishes to use the repeater for emergency or priority traffic? Okay, nothing heard. If anybody does need the repeater for emergency or priority traffic, please break in at any time. Would break in your call sign. We'll concede the repeater for the duration of your emergency. Man, it's a dark and windy night tonight out here, and it's been windy for a while. I got off the roof just in time, so there you go. Hopefully everybody's doing okay and your antennas are still standing. All right, let me take a quick break here. Just a quick reminder, this is a directed net and all traffic should go through net control. Everybody with a valid amateur radio license is encouraged to participate. This net meets every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on this repeater, and the purpose of this net is to have fun, making each other laugh, coming up with crazy punchlines for this week's joke. This is a 3-round net, so please stick around or you may miss something. Before I go down the list of regular check-ins, I'm going to just say thank you, Tom, NHCT, for making this repeater available for public use. You can get to this repeater via Echolink, and the node for that is W8IJC-L. It does have a standard offset and a PL tone of 141.3. Please treat the repeater like it has a 2-minute timeout and allow for clean breaks between transmissions, and other than that, we are good to go. Let me take another break, and we'll go down the list of regular check-ins. We'll see who all's here tonight. All right, Jeff, KC8LAR, are you with us this evening? Oh, hopefully his antennas are still standing. We'll try Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
Good evening, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
All right, Wayne, thank you for being here. Let's reach out to Dan, N8DRL.
N8DRL, I'm just going to be listening tonight, Nemo. N8DRL.
All right, Dan, thank you for the check-in. Appreciate it. We got you down as an IO, but every name counts. Thank you for being here tonight and listening. Sonny, KD8LHR, are you with us tonight? All right, nothing heard there. We'll reach out to Cleveland Heights. Dave, K8TIE.
K8TIE here. Good evening, Nemo. KE8PVL. I'm glad to hear you. I'm glad you made it off the roof safely. It did sound pretty windy there just about an hour ago, even here. And this is in town. KE-TIE, back to net control.
All right, very good. Letting the station ID squeeze in there just a quick second. Ken, KE8YBN, are you with us tonight?
Yeah, Nemo, KE8YBN down here in Andover. Yeah, we're in. Dang, that wind and rain that came through pretty stiff this afternoon. Got your car wash anyway. Back to net.
All right. right, yeah, every time it rains, you think of car wash, I think another little flake of rust coming off. All right, next on the list, we've got Jim, KE8LFR. All right, nothing heard there. We'll reach out to my neighbor Frank, KE8ZHH.
Howdy, neighbor. K8ZHH, present.
All right, Frank, always a pleasure having you with us this evening. Let's reach out to Drew, Alpha Alpha 8, Delta Lima. All right, maybe his station is secure. I know he got hit first over there in Geneva area, so hopefully he'll check in with us a little later on. I know she said she was going to her Rose meeting tonight, but I'm going to give her a call out anyway. Ruth Ann, KE8ZVO, are you with us tonight? All right, nothing heard, but I had to make sure. She's a regular. W8KNO down there in Hiram. Joe, are you with us?
Good evening, Nemo. W8KNO is here, and this is Hiram, where it dropped 20 degrees in less than 3 hours.
Yes, sir. Temperature is going down. They're calling for some snow in the next couple days, and hopefully that's not going to be something that sticks around for any real length of time, at least not yet. But I'm warmed by the fire, so I'm okay. Next on the list, we've got, we would have had Steve, but he just punched in and out, so thank you, Steve, for being here tonight. Hopefully you're listening anyway. We'll go down to Jerry, N3EVT.
Good evening, Nemo. Please record me as IO today. I'd like to say Avatar and back to net control in 3VT.
All right, Jerry, got you in there for the in and out. Thank you for the check-in tonight. Appreciate it. That puts me down at the bottom of the list. And is there anybody else who would like to check in? Please call. Oh, that's all right. We're working on a short list tonight. That's not a problem. We can handle that. We'll get into this week's joke. So this week's joke is, I had it right here in front of me. Give me just another second. There it is. Oh, wait, I clicked on the wrong one still. There we go. This week's joke. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? This week's joke. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? And we'll start right down the list here. We'll just go right on down it because there's nobody else special here tonight. Everybody's special, but short list. We could start right at the top with Wayne. Wayne, I hope you're doing all right, man. I know you've had some troubles. We'll get into that in a little while. But Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear?
A banana head.
All right, a banana head. Okay, very good. We'll go down to Dave, K8TIE. And what do you call a banana with a monkey in each ear?
I think I heard your question in two different forms. Is it a banana with two monkeys, or is it a monkey with a banana in each ear? I thought I first heard it that way. I would say a Viking monkey. That's my guess. KTA, back to that control.
W8IJC Link.
All right, we'll take your answer as Viking Monkey. You got a little QRM going on in the background there. It's bleeding over into the microphone, but that's just letting you know that. We'll go down to Ken, KE8YBN. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear?
Boy, that's a tough one to hang out on. How about, is that an appealing situation, perhaps, like that?
All right, got an appealing situation. No problem there. I like that one. Okay, we'll go over to Joe W8KNO. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear?
A double masher. A double masher.
All right, we got a double masher in there. And we'll go down to Frank, K8ZHH. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what do you call a banana? What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear?
I'm going to say a ear ape. Ear ape. Back to net control.
All right, an ear ape. I like that one. That one's a good one. That was not one I thought of, that's for sure. All right, that rounds out the list as I have it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me put a call out to anybody who wants to check in. Please call KE8PBL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Okay, nothing heard. And this week's joke, whoop, I dropped something. This week's joke, what do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? The answer is, anything you want, he won't be able to hear you. What do you call a monkey with a banana in each ear? Anything you want, because he won't be able to hear you. And I think all those answers are correct then, because you can call him whatever you want. All right, very good. Okay, we'll get into some announcements real quick, and then we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right, just some quick ones. Don't forget, the Aries District 10 Training Net is Monday nights over on at 8 p.m. over on the 146715 repeater. That repeater has a negative offset, PL tone of 141.3. Also, you can get to that repeater via Echolink, and the node for that is N8CT-L. Also, the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club has their weekly net on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. over on that same repeater, 146 146-175 repeater. I don't know why I'm out of it just for a second there, but yeah. So jump on that repeater over on Thursday nights and talk to them too. The Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula is going to be doing Winter Field Day January 25th and 26th over at 3600 Stanhope-Kelloggsville Rd. That is the Jefferson Conservation Club. We thank them for all their support. And, man, come on over, check us out, sit on the radio for a while, pat us on the back, eat a cheeseburger or whatever else we got in the potluck that's going on there, and have a good time. It'll be fun for everybody. We're going to have some radios set up. We're working on that, and a bunch of folks are honing their skills for that weekend, I'll tell you that. All right, that's it. That's the announcements I got, and we'll get into why everybody's here. Let's just start right at the top of the list. Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet, it's great to hear you out on the radio tonight. And what do you got for us this evening?
I'm just happy to be sitting here on the radio.
I've been sick lately, and I haven't been on the radio. I haven't been on HF at all in about almost 2 weeks, so it's nice just to be able to talk to people.
Well, Wayne, I missed you this morning on the ride to work roundtable that we usually do there in the mornings, but I was glad to hear that you've been in and out of the hospital a couple times and doing okay. So always worrying about our friends in the radio club here, and knowing that you're okay sets my mind at ease just a little bit. All right, we'll keep on going. Dave, K8TIE out there in Cleveland Heights. Dad, good to have you. And what do you got? You sound great tonight, by the way.
Well, I got the cardioid and high gain, high quality mic in here that I picked up. It has balance drive and all things like that. It's an AKG.
We lost you there. K8TIE, are you with us?
Okay, I don't know what happened there. I must admit, once it clicked on there, it wasn't watching the screen much. By the way, a lot of people are seeming to have over-modulation here. In fact, I'm running a little bit over, I see. It's running up and lighting up the yellow end of the over-modulation bar. So, yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. There's only about 1 or 2 of your people that actually comes out really clean all the time. So I don't know how that will work on that. But I'm here. We ran Trivia Net this morning. I don't happen to have the list of possible answers from that, but with you here. But it was fun, and they had a fair number of people on this morning, so that was good. KTIE, I'm going to send you back to net control. I'll kind of listen and find what people are talking about. KTIE, back to net control.
All right, very good. Maybe you want to turn your mic gain down just a little bit there, because you got a lot of background noise coming through your transmission there. So just keep that in mind when we get back into the discussion round. And but hey, other than that, you're sounding real good. Let's move down the list here. We'll go to Ken, KE8YBN. Good to have you with us, sir. What do you got for us tonight?
Not a whole lot there. It's just still finished. I think it did last lawn mowing. Got that stuff taken care of. Was it nice? Well, speaking of complaints about the water hoses away, they should take care of the winterizing as far as that goes. That's about it, really. Just trying to get ready for the cold snap coming in pretty quick. Expect that.
Yeah, today's definitely a day to batten down the hatches there, and if you can, huddle up by the fire. All right, we'll go down to Joe, W8KNO. Good to have you with us tonight. What do you got for us, sir?
Well, good evening to everyone. Okay, turn down HF Rick, I had that on trying to work Chile. Cahola Island was on. That's halfway between Santiago and Punta Arenas. And they were running this afternoon, but I didn't get through there. So I went outside and I brought in all the flowers that we still had out there, cut down flowers along the shed, carted that off to the back and covered up the air conditioner. I just don't think I'll need that anymore. So back to you, Nemo.
Oh, I feel you on that. I know a few people that still have AC units in their windows. If you believe it or not, I actually have my window next to me cracked a little bit just to keep the heat and the cool balanced a little bit. When you live with a fire, it's a balance, that's for sure. All right, we'll go down here. We'll to Frank, KEHZHH. Good to have you with us, sir. And what do you got?
Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing alright. Not much going on. I put a plastic on our outdoor screen porch to keep the snow off the porch in case it snows. And a couple other things today. Been mostly doing ham things. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope it snows so we get it over with. Get our first snow of the late season here. And it probably won't stick, but at least we can say it snowed finally. And with that, back to Nemo and Net Control. It's KEHZHH.
All right, very good. And I'd like to put a special shout out to you, Frank, and my other two friends, Andy and John, who came up here this weekend and helped me throw a fence together. Man, I'll tell you what, I would not have been able to do that by myself. And I appreciate all the help. And I owe you guys all a chicken dinner. We got done a little late and weren't able to hang out and cook. But it got done, and my sheep are in the new field, and they're happy. So thank you guys very much. I know at least one of the two people who are not hams listen to us on YouTube, and appreciate that too. So, man, thank you guys. I can't thank you enough, because it takes the load off my mind, especially for next year. And I'll be set next year to do the field rotations that I want to do. So that made it a big plus. All right, this is K8PVL. This is the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Before we get into the discussion round, is there anybody that wants to join us and check in? Please call. All right, nothing heard there, so we'll keep on going. So tonight's discussion topic, we have a brand new FCC chairperson coming into the office there pretty soon here. Brandon Carr is actually, I think he's a good choice. He's done a whole lot. He's been against, openly and publicly talked against a bunch of the buy-ups in the media, especially on the radio and side and television side, the consolidations that have been going on there. I know it's tough for them things to exist anymore, because all the advertising is honestly moving to the internet. And well, once we quit advertising medications to people directly on television, a lot of that advertising dollars are either going to get freed up or dried up, one or the other. So we'll just have to kind of be patient with that and see. But he's been a big, let me just break. He's been instrumental in the 5G rollout. he did that, and he's been really pushing for what they call micro 5G, and that's going to be a big deal when it comes around. They're really looking forward to doing that. Gives them faster speeds now than the current 5G platform, and the wavelength there, the micro 5G refers to the wavelength. But I think, and this is just my opinion, we should be, as amateur radio operators, addressing him directly and telling him that we want him to make sure that he looks after our interests too. It's not that the ARRL isn't going to do some of that, but I think a person in that position who's going to, in the at least foreseeable future, be that in that position, I think he should hear from us directly. So I'm going to encourage everybody to kick an email over to him. I know some folks don't think that emailing people in that position does any good, but I'm thinking it does. So at the very least, contact ARRL, and if you're a member there, and have them do it. But that's just my opinion. I've done a little bit of research on him. I kind of like the things he's saying, and I think he's going to be beneficial to the FCC in general, but hopefully we'll make sure that he stays beneficial to ham radio. So that's my thoughts on that. We'll break. And we'll go down the list. I don't know if any of you have really checked them out or anything, but what are your thoughts? We'll start up with Wayne, just like we did before. Alpha Charlie 8 Yankee Juliet, new FCC chairman Brandon Carr. What do you know about him? Good, bad? Do you think he'll help out the ham radio community?
I'm sorry, I missed the first part of your question. My dog was whining.
What do you think of him, and do you think he'll be a benefit to the ham radio community?
I don't really know all that much about him, but quite honestly, I just want to see what, if he really does, if it really does help out. That's the main thing there. So, you can say all the stuff you want to say, but until you actually start doing stuff, that's when I'll start having an opinion.
All right, so a little bit of wait and see there. I can totally understand that. He is currently an FCC chair. He's just not in charge of FCC. But if you look back at some of the things he's done, I'm sure you'll think he's done a good job. At least I think he's done a good job. All right, we'll move down the list here. We'll go over to Dave, KATIE, Brandon Carr, the new FCC chair. What do you think? Is he going to be good, bad? Is he going to help out ham radio?
About him. Your praise sounds pretty good. If they cover some still higher frequencies, that would be good. Get more effective bandwidth and stuff. I'm a little bit behind some of this stuff right now, which I haven't 100% caught up with the intervening time from when I first got my technician license to now. And that's the license really covers most of the technology of amateur radio. So I have a list of to study from for the tech exam too, as well as general searches for subjects over the internet, which gives me a way of really studying the technology and the various modes of transmission, the encryption, and so on. They're supposed to be public, but you still have to look it up and see what it does. And I haven't really quite gotten into rolling my own, which is what I used to do quite a bit. That was really my avocation when I first got into amateur radio, was rolling my own equipment, whether it was hi-fi and audio, or amateur radio, or what. I like doing my own designs, and my first Christmas was a wish list of test equipment. So, if I get hold of some contact info on him and email addresses or text to him message addresses or something, I am sure I will send something out. Thank you for mentioning it, sir. This is K8TIE, back to KE8PVL, net control.
W8IJC link.
All right. Well, I don't know I don't have any actual contact for him, and it will be, January when he officially takes over. And I would imagine he's going to be there for the full term of 4 years at the very least. One of the things I know, and I haven't looked a whole lot into it, but sounds very intriguing, is since all the television stations, public broadcast stations, have changed how their frequencies work and all that. One of the things he's been kicking around, so to speak, is and I forgot, it's like ASATV or something like that, but it's basically internet over television, buried in the broadcast stream of the local television stations. So that would be a pretty cool thing to maybe give them a little bit of a chance to stay alive and actually provide more access to internet to folks out in rural areas, rather than have them dig a bunch of fiber line and then never use it. All right. Anyway, that's my thought on that part. We'll go down to Joe. We'll go to Ken. KE8YBN. Good to have you with us again, sir. And Brendan Carr. He's our new FCC chair. What do you think?
Anything that helps the ham radio for sure has been proven there in the last big storms down in the southeast, the hurricanes and the floods and all that. Ham radio stepped right in and took up the vacant areas where there's no contact whatsoever. Proved a very, very effective for use of emergency. So, yeah, any way to help them, much even improve them more, get it much more acceptable, of course. Okay, I'm gonna get you wave in.
All right, very good. Well, hopefully, maybe he'll give them guys down in Florida their network back. I know that a bunch of hams built out a huge infrastructure down in Florida for emergency services stuff, and I think the state came in and kind of took it over for the most part. It was actually, Florida was harder for me to get in contact with, believe it or not, during the hurricanes than it was North Carolina. And most of that was because their networks have been, they've all been set aside as backup, all their repeaters. So in emergency situations, nobody's on them because it could be the fire department's emergency backup repeater now or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how that works down there. I just know that there's something going on with that. I haven't looked into it enough. Anyway, we'll keep on going down the list. Joe W8KNO, Brendan Carr. Have you looked into him? He's our new FCC chair.
Thank you, Nemo. I know really nothing about him personally. The thing I worry about the FCC, the last couple chairmen have been pushing broadband internet, and that's fiber optic line. And when you get that, your phone service goes to voice over internet. When the power goes out, you have no home phone. So that's my big worry about what's coming along. Back to you.
Yeah, roger that. And, the last FCC chair pushed through all this fiber to rural area deal, and quite literally, like less than 10% of the people it was meant to get to got hooked up. And I mean, like just on my road, they ran it. I don't know, maybe a third or a half of maybe a third of the way down the road. On the one side of the road, the side that they installed the fiber on, it's all a cornfield. There's nothing there. And on the other side of the road, there's an Amish guy, there's an off-grid family like me, there's another Amish guy, and then they stopped. So any of the houses that they could have actually serviced, they didn't even run it to any of those places at all, or even buy them. So lots of waste of money, that's for sure, in that area. Hopefully he'll put a restraining bit on that kind of thing. All right, we'll go down to Frank, KEHZHH. Good to have you with us, sir. What are your thoughts? Brendan Carr.
Well, I read a little bit about him today, and I don't want to get too political, but he was against a better Build Back Better plan, and that includes the internet and the fiber optic. Now, I've been on DSL forever, and fiber optic just moved to our place, as an example, and we finally have fiber optic at a reasonable price. Now, he's real good buddies with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk started a Starlink program, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that, and that was with government money. He got a lot of government money. I think, I can't remember, it was $9 million. Now, Elon Musk, he started a company, he's getting money from the government, which is our money, to start another business. Why can't he use his own money? And Starlink is ridiculous, for rural areas, what it costs. It's like you gotta buy the equipment or rent it, which is ridiculous. Get it installed. It's kind of like a dish, but it's way more expensive. Let me break here. I looked into it, and I was good. I was gonna try to get it if it became available. That's how desperate I was, but it was way too much. It was like $400 to get it installed, and it was limited on the download data too. And if you went over that, you had to pay extra. It was some ridiculous prices if it ever came to Pierpont. But yeah, I don't like that. But I don't know nothing else about the guy. And anyway, Cam radios in the backbone. Wireless service, all of that. Like shows that, so I don't think he's gonna mess with him. And I hope he doesn't. And if the electric goes up, that's out, whether it's satellite or fiber optics or whatever, modems like that. And ham radio's not going to run unless you have it hooked up to the battery also. So, I think I talked to him enough. I hope he does good, and ham radio on, and that, this is Kate.
Expensive and not backwards compatible to get my broadcast television stations that show me 30, 40, 50-year-old I Love Lucy's. So this is a problem they have getting actual acceptance. KTIE, back to net control.
Excuse me, I was talking. Still.
Yeah, roger that. We had a huge double there. Frank, go ahead and say some of that again, please.
Well, I'm I'm just going to say the last part of it. Ham is the backbone of wireless service, and I don't think he's going to mess with that. And hope he does all right. You know, I don't know the guy. I don't know too much about him. And I'll leave it at that. Hope he does. I know he was chair back in 2016 or 2017. He was on Trump's board then too, also, and nothing seemed to go bad with him. So good luck to him, and I'll leave it at that. This is K8VHH. Thanks for listening.
All right, very good, Frank. Appreciate your opinion on that. And, that puts me at the bottom of the list here. This is K8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. We're talking about the new FCC director coming into office here. And was there anybody else that wanted to check in or anybody that had a comment? Please call.
This is K8TIE. I was trying to comment a little bit on the new standard that they're coming up with, the new broadcast standard, and found out that one place where I looked it up, it was not backwards compatible, and they were not subsidizing it like they did when they first went to digital television. So the converters are not subsidized. That means it's all out of your own pocket, so to speak. And a lot of people sit there and are looking and kind of saying, I've got internet. Why should I take and get this other thing? All separately, you know. It takes and costs a considerable amount of money, not hundreds, but still enough. And if you've got internet already, you don't really need it because you've got the internet. So I'm not sure that they're having a good acceptance of the new ATS something or another, 3-point something, I forget what it is. So that's a problem that they have. And I don't know why they aren't subsidizing it or anything, because really, initially, everything was
W8IJC Link,
who had a TV or a radio or something, could always receive it. And digital TV was the first thing that did it differently, and that they subsidized. So I think they'd have a little bit of a real problem getting acceptance of the standard. KTIE, back to net control, KE8PVL.
All right, very good. Yeah, I was a little upset with the new format 2. I think they should have kept primary channels as analog and then digitized the rest. But that's all right. It is what it is. That's how they've done it, and it's pretty much everybody that's got TV has adapted. But yeah, I understand the subsidy part and the backwards compatibility issue. All right, this is K8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. I'm going to put one more call out to anybody who might want to check in or anybody who wants to recheck. Please call.
Recheck.
All right, Frank, I got you in there for a recheck. Anybody else? All right, Frank, go ahead with your recheck.
Well, when they did the analog to digital conversion, they did send out coupons to get a free converter for your analog TV. If you remember that, because I remember there were people that had digital TVs already. I had an analog TV still, and I took their their coupons, and I had a bunch of converters. I've sent out for them for free, and got them in the mail. It was the government or FCC were handing them out for free if you had the coupon and filled it out and mailed it out. I don't know if anybody else remembers that. You didn't have to pay for them at all. Yeah, I thought I'd just mention that. With that, back to Nemo and Net Control is K8CHH.
All right, very good. Yeah, I remember that. Actually, I was working in a call center that supported the free ones that came out, and you did have the option to go buy one too. There was some better ones, the upgraded versions, so to speak, available, at the Walmarts or whatever. But the FCC would send you one for nothing, and or they'd reimburse you a little bit on the ones that you bought in the store, because those sometimes you could find them a little cheaper in the store than what the ones that you could have bought from if you had to buy it. But yeah, I don't know if the comment period for that is over, but I know they're still tossing around the rollout and how they want to do it, and specifically that is one of the issues is the deployment of upgraded consumer gear, as it were. I know that's one of the things that they've been kicking around. I haven't had a chance to look into it too much from the how they're going to do it side. I really just started looking into this guy in the last week. I've only heard him speak on a couple issues over the last year or so as chair, when he he tried to stop the 20% monopolizing of some of the radio stations in the country, and he's tried to stop that with some of the television stations too. So he's been at least on that side of things. So I think he's done all right there. And he, like I said, I know he's had a big part of the 5G rollout and all that. So we'll see how things go. He didn't touch amateur radio, so I guess that's a good thing for us. All right, one more call out. Anybody who wants to check in or recheck, please call. All right, nothing heard. I'm going to go ahead and put a bow on it and bring the net to an end. Thank you all for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Man, it turned out to be a little longer than I thought with just a short list, but we had some good talking tonight, and appreciate that. Tom, NHCT, thank you for the use of this repeater, and all those currently in service and retired from service to our country, thank you for what you do. Your sacrifices will not be forgotten by myself. This is KE8PBL. I'm going to return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use, whatever that might be. Be good to each other, everybody. KE8PBL is clear.